What's up, everybody? Hey, tonight I'm gonna do kind of walk through of my CDs that I have. Um, the ones that I have left. A lot of them, whenever I was a teenager, like I had a lot of rock alternative CDs, even country, good country CDs or country that I like. I had a lot of those, and when I got into my rap phase, I was like 17. You could trade CDs in at like Sound Goody and places like that. They would give you like $3 or $4 per CD on a trade in. So you trade in like 6 CDs and you could buy one 18.99 CD. It's an absolute horrible idea, but me as a 17-year-old, I was like, yeah, I gotta have this rap CD. Let me give up all these others. No big deal. Which, I mean, I can go back and get a lot of those CDs used really cheap now, but still, it's like, don't give up all the things you love for one CD that may or may not be good. But, I had some CDs getting taken away around like 1998 or so. I guess I was misbehaving or being weird or something. And, just in case it was a satanic influence for music, there were CDs that were taken from me. It definitely wasn't the worst ones, and I'm not saying I had really strict parents. I mean, they did let me get away with stuff, but they're very strict, very strict. But I say, I love them. They were good parents, like I say. But anyway, um, you know what? I'm gonna start on the middle shelf tonight, just because, and let's just go. I'm gonna grab a handful, and we'll just see what I get. It's like 10. Ain't even. We're not going through the stack of loose CDs right now. We're just going through the cases. Most of these are burnt CDs. Alright, go with this, and then that's probably going to take a while for me to talk about all these CDs anyway, so we'll just see where this goes. Number one, man. God, can you see this? Jimi Hendrix. Experience Hendrix. This was really my introduction into Jimi Hendrix. A buddy from church let me borrow this and Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire, and I was in love with both of them. These, it was music to my ears. Both of them were something completely new, something I was like, I can't believe I've never heard this. And what was wild is like there was Hendrix, and then you hear Rage, which had there was a lot of Hendrix influence in Tom Morello's playing, I would say. He would probably agree with me that Hendrix was an influence on him, but it's neither here or there. But Experience Hendrix, this is a great CD. Purple Haze Fire, Wind Cries Mary. God, I could listen to that song over and over. Hey Joe, All Along the Watchtower. I mean, all five of those songs I've learned to play on guitar whenever I was younger. These are some of the ones that I learned first, and I could still play like 2 years ago. Now it's kind of slipping because I need somebody to play with and keep me fresh. What else we got? Little Wing. Oh my goodness. Little Wing's a good song. Castles Made of Sand. Bold as Love. Red House. Give me a break, man. I mean, these are excellent songs. And then they close out with Star Spangled Banner, which, everybody knows them for that. Then we've got Incubus. Make Yourself is the name of this album. This was one that, like, if you were in the class of 2002, you had to have an Incubus album because it was alternative, it was different, but it was still, everybody could find a song or two that they liked by Incubus. But that's a pretty, yeah. If you never listened to Incubus, go listen to that album. It's not bad. And I mean, for the 2000s, it pretty much defines early 2000 rock too, really. Uh, we've got Cage the Elephant. This is within maybe the last decade, maybe a little longer than that, though. I saw them 2 or 3 times that year. No, this was 2009, so we're going back now. But yeah, I saw them like 3 times, or at least twice. I saw them at Huntsville, and then I saw them at Bonnaroo. My brother was with me at Huntsville. That was a fun show. But Cage the Elephant, that was a good high energy show. So, yeah, they got some good songs too, man. They've actually been around quite a while now, so check them out if you haven't heard them. Yeah, here's Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire, classic. I had to learn some songs on that and try to emulate Tom Morello for quite a long time. Uh, that's about all I got to say about that, man. If you've heard Rage, you know what I mean. We've got Alice in Chains. This one here, I don't know that I've even put this into my CD player. I just bought this because it was used for like $3 in perfect condition. And I was like, dude, you know how many times I picked that up at Walmart whenever I was like 13, going, I wonder if that's any good or not. So I can attest to the whole album, but I mean, you got Grind, you got Sludge Factory, Heaven Beside You, Head Creeps, yeah, Frogs Over Now. I mean, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna set this over here and listen to that sometime soon. Oh, and then we've got Kings of Leon, Only by the Night, which you either love them or you hate them. But I love Kings of Leon. I was kind of a late bloomer on them, but once I got into them, I had to buy all their albums. And all girls used to love Kings of Leon, early 2000s and mid 2000s, I guess. But yeah, I saw them one time at Bonnaroo, and it was when they headlined. That was pretty fun. It was hot that year, and I was wore out by the time I got to see them. But Only by the Night, I would recommend that album. What's on this? Sex on Fire, yeah. You Somebody, Revelry. Oh, Revelry. Forgot about that. That's one of my favorites. Closer, and this is one that you can just put in there on a road trip. Be Somebody, Cold Desert, yeah. Get this just for those songs, man, too. Yeah, I've been lost in Tennessee so many times listening to Kings of Leon. Oh, and I've got this. I don't even remember where I found this at, but I had only heard one song. I never dreamed of finding the CD. And there it was. It's Lane Staley, Mike McCready of Pearl Jam, Barrett Martin and Baker. I'm not sure who they are, but I'm sure they were from the Seattle scene back then. But yeah, here's the back. You got Lane Staley on there, Mike McCready. Wake Up, River of the Sea. Yeah, but you can look this up on the internet now and listen to that. If you're a fan of Alice in Chains or Pearl Jam or any of the grunge, go listen to Mad Season. That's a good band, and not many people know about that. I did. You got Collective Soul. This is the greatest hits, but it's one of my favorite bands, and I saw them first time in 2004 with my ex, and man, we had such a good time. I never had that much fun at a concert until then. I've been a fan. Well, I was a fan when I was a kid, man. I loved Collective Soul. Whenever I was like 10 and up was when I first really heard them, probably. But that's when I really started paying attention to music, and I felt like, Collective Soul, early Goo Goo Dolls, Sheryl Crow, these kind of bands kind of made me feel alive, or they kind of wrote my life wouldn't have been the same without music like that. It's just the times. Yeah, this has got Heavy, Shine. Shine's a killer song. Jail, Ruin, The World I Know. That is, if I had to listen to one or three songs, that would be one of the ones I picked. Probably The World I Know. I don't know why. I just remember hearing it on the radio and just loving it. And as a kid, having no idea what they were talking about, it just sounded, just the melody and stuff was awesome. And you got December on here. December's a really good song. Oh yeah, God, what is this called? Neil Young, Mirror Ball. I found this used too. Didn't even know it existed. But this is Pearl Jam with Neil Young. They made a grunge CD, grunge album together. This is really good, actually, if you're a fan of either of those. Let's see. We got Drive By Truckers, Southern Rock Opera. Honestly, I had never heard of them at the time, but Highway 72 runs through North Alabama. I was on that road every day at the time. I bought this album strictly because of the album artwork. I really did. And I ended up buying every album Drive By Truckers made after that, which I'm not even going to get into that. I love Drive By Truckers, but I feel like I wasted too many years trying to be the drive-by truckers and trying to sound like the drive-by truckers because I could relate to them, I guess, and I thought it was achievable. But yeah, love that band. And then I've got Drive-By Truckers, Dirty South, Where the Devil Don't Stay, Put People on the Moon, Danko Manuel, Boys from Alabama, GD Lonely Love, Lookout Mountain, Never Gonna Change. Yeah, get this one, man. This is a good one. If you want to get into the truckers or just dip your toes in, that's a good album to have, The Dirty South. Oh, man. Foo Fighters, In Your Honor. My ex gave me this on my 21st birthday, and I was so hyped about it because Foo Fighters was one of my favorites at the time. Always has been. And I wanted to be Dave Grohl for a long time. I could play a lot like him, and yeah, I just thought he was an all around cool guy. But In Your Honor, that's got a lot of good songs on it. Best of You, yeah, that's a good song, good album, and it's a double album. Black Crows, Three Snakes and One Charm. This is a pretty good one. Under a Mountain, Good Friday, Nebuchadnezzar. Girl from a Pawn Shop, Evil Eye. How Much for Your Wings? Only Halfway to Everywhere. Yeah, Bring On, man. That's a good one too. And that's pretty cool. It's got like some, I guess, horoscope signs on it. Yeah, that's a good album from the Black Crows. It's worth the money. Uh, Blue Oyster Cult Greatest Hits. It's one of those I just bought because I never really was into classic rock. I didn't like the sound of it. But in my early 20s, I was like, I'm going to try to get into this. So the Blue Oyster Cult, that's one of those I bought trying to get into it. There's a few good songs on there that I really like. Or a few songs, that don't mean they're good because I like them, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Warren Haynes live at Bonnaroo. I bought this at Widespread Panic 2009 show where the Allman Brothers Band opened up for him. Yeah, I bought that. That's got a lot of good songs on it too, man. A lot of people love that album. And I guess I do too, but once I heard Warren Electrified, that's the only way I wanted to hear him. How many minutes? 14 minutes? We'll go through this other stack right here. This is going to take forever to upload because I'm at a high speed, so I might have to wait on this. But got Toadie's No Deliverance. Alright, it was you, so it wasn't a big hit to the pocketbook, but I wouldn't buy it again. Nirvana Sliver. This is really just like tape recordings and stuff. These aren't clean recordings. But yeah, I don't even know how many copies they made, but this was like a special release at the time whenever they put that out. It was kind of a disappointment to me, but if you're a Nirvana fan, I mean, best of the box, you gotta have it, I guess. Led Zeppelin Latter Days. This was the early days and Latter Day set that my ex gave me, and I was pretty oblivious to Led Zeppelin until I got this, and yeah, I wore both of those CDs out. This, I have had this copy since I was about 20 or 22 years old. Essential Bob Dylan 2 CD set. Get it if you don't have it. I mean, don't think twice. It's all right. Times that, I mean, no, it don't have the deep cuts, but all the really good popular songs that's on it. Bob Dylan, I felt like I related to him more than anybody else. Ever since, I mean, I just always have, and like something which I mean, everybody says that, everybody loves Bob Dylan, but the way he writes just sucked me in and spoke to me. There was something more to it, I guess. Even before I was a Deadhead, I was a Bob Dylan head. But Matchbox 20, this is one of the albums that got taken when I was 14. Uh, I never did get it back, but I bought it 2 more times. This is the first rock CD I bought. Matchbox 20, Yourself or Someone Like You. I absolutely loved it when it came out. Uh, love it just as much today. I will listen to this album all day long. Real World, Long Day, 3 a.m., Push, Girl Like That, Back to Good, Damn, Argue, Cody, man, Shame, Hank. Yeah, I mean, go get this. Like, if you're a fan of like pop rock or kind of soft alternative for mid 90s, Matchbox 20, Yourself or Someone Like You. You probably love it or hate it, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I say, I bought it 2 or 3 times. I know of. What do we got here? Mo Sticks and Stones. This is just a random find at Best Buy, I think. And it was full price, but I had to get it. I had to get it, and it's pretty good. Pretty good for an album. Mo is one of those live bands. I've seen them at least once. I know I saw them in Bonnaroo '09, and it was kind of a blur. By the time they were playing, there was just like thousands of people laid out in the grass, and I was trying to find my way through them with no light. It was People got stepped on. We'll just say that. Uh, I felt really bad, but it happened. But I'm at 18 minutes. That's all I'm going to do right now. I'll set this aside so I'll know which ones I've gone through. But hope you enjoy it. You know, if not, thanks for watching. But have a good day.